I've always said if any one person is from both Michigan City and LaPorte, I'm that person. I grew up in Springfield Township, right there on 925 North. Went to Springfield School for a year. Went to Landmark Christian until I was in 8th grade. Then I went to Rogers High School, but I graduated from LaPorte. I had a Michigan City address and a LaPorte phone number. I was a pariah. I had friends in Michigan City, but I had a LaPorte phone number, so I had to call long distance whenever I wanted to talk to anybody. So, and then when I got married, I lived in Warren Street, and I lived on Wilshire Avenue, and then I moved to Chesterton in 2017. So I know a thing about the pros and cons of living in Michigan City. So I've developed a list, and I've asked my friends on several Facebook groups what are the pros and cons of living in Michigan City. I think I've got a pretty good list here. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, comment down below. Well, I like to hear your opinion. If you like what you see every week, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, give me a like on Facebook. Without further ado, I have the pros and cons of living in Michigan City, and we're going to start with the pros this week, and then work our way up to the cons. Number one is the beaches. We have great beaches here in Michigan City. Washington Park, stop 2, and we go all the way down to maybe stop 40 at this point. I don't know where to stop at. We can use all those beaches, regardless of what people from Illinois say. We can use any of those beaches we want to, because they don't own the beachfront. We the people own the beachfront, and we've got a fantastic zoo there. It's part of the beach as well. For a town our size, we have a great zoo. I've been out in the front yard when I lived in Michigan City many times and heard the lion roar when we had a lion. I'm not sure if we still have a lion or not, but I've heard the lion roar a couple times, and it's kind of freaked out once in a while if you're like, what the hell was that? It's a lion roar. I remember Monkey Island for fun. That was always fun as a kid. Number two pro is the South Shore. We have two stops for South Shore. One on Carroll Avenue, one on 11th Street. So if you're looking to commute downtown Chicago, it's about an hour and a half each way by train, and if you got a Wi-Fi connection, it's a great way to pass the time, reading, watching a movie. Working a little bit. My wife takes the train downtown when COVID was not here, 3 days a week, and now she's going back soon. I'm kidding. So South Shore is a great way to commute from here to Chicago. It goes from South Bend to Chicago, more than a few times a day. Number 3, the weather. We have 4 seasons. Well, I tell you, we have 6 seasons. We have summer, fall, winter, spring. But we have false winter, we have Indian summer, we have rural construction seasons. So we have 6 or 7 seasons out there right now. But if you're looking for a place that experiences all 4 seasons, Michigan City, LaPorte County has all 4 seasons here. Northwest Indiana experiences all 4 seasons. We got a nice mixture of weather, and it's a great way to experience the weather here. Number 4 is the low cost of living. I did some research on this just this morning. The average home price the median home price in Indiana is $142, but Michigan City is $94,000. So it's great. It's a low cost of living. Gas is usually pretty cheap. Groceries are usually pretty cheap. Childcare is pretty inexpensive as well. And there's plenty of childcare to choose from. That could be a pro, that could be a con as well. I'm not going to go there. And the 5th pro is the resurgence of the downtown area. I remember the downtown used to be walking only, and you had to pay to park. You had to walk. It was called Franklin Square. You had to walk everywhere. Then I had an office there at one point when I had a mortgage company at 705 Franklin. That's not building, not even there anymore at this point. But now the resurgence with food places like Leeds, Fiddlehead, Fluid Coffee, just to name a few. Hoy Toity is a great shop to go shop at. Just name a few of the places that the resurgence downtown is really taken off for us. So, cons. There's always if you have a pro, you gotta have a con. And I think I've come up with a pretty good list of cons as well. And I'm not being negative when I talk about the cons, because I think there's a pro side to every one of the cons. Mostly, there's a pro side to every one of the cons. The first con is the prison. But if you don't know the prison's there, you kind of forget about it sometimes. But we got the famous Johnny Cash song about Michigan City. How do you do? We've had Dillinger be there, and I'm sure we had more than a few famous or infamous criminals share that take time in Michigan City prison. But it supplies a fair amount of jobs. In fact, I even know they're hiring right now. The weather. I know I use it as a pro, but when I say weather, I mean winter, cold and frigid, lake effect snow. It pounds on us every year. The blizzard are 78, just to name a few. Blizzard are 84, just to name a few blizzards we get nailed with every couple of years. It seems like shoveling is a pain in the butt all the time. Blue chip. Number 3 is blue chip. It's nice, but I'm not a gambler. I go maybe once a year, and I just go there with a friend to drink and smoke a cigar. But there's this big blue tower that kind of shoots up out of the middle of nowhere in the middle of Michigan City. But it is what it is. It has a nice amount of jobs for the area, and it brings in a lot of revenue for Michigan City as well. So while it is a negative, you got to look at this big blue sphere, but it does bring a lot of money in for the area as well. And my fourth con is something I've long complained about, even when I had a radio show on WIMS and WeFM with Jimmy Kaiser. Who in the world thought it was a good idea to put the library right in the middle of Franklin, so it blocked off the lake? And so you had to drive around the library to get to the lake. I never thought it was a good idea, because the news dispatch used to be there, the police department's still there. Is it still there? The city hall's still right there. You just blocked a great entrance into the lake. It's a straight shot a lot of times. And I know I'm just complaining a little bit, but that was always my biggest complaint as a kid. It's like, whose idea was to put the library in the middle of the street? And the fifth one is one that several people said something about, and I tend to agree with them a little bit. Is stoplight city. We have stoplights everywhere, and they seem to be ill-timed. But it's also probably to protect the kids, because we are a walking city. Everything kind of is a good decent walk for Michigan City. So the timelines, while they're kind of a pain in the ass, because you're sitting at one red light, and the next light down the street is green. The time you get there, it's red. It's ill timed, but it's help protect your walkers. If you like what you see every week, give me a call 219-872-8000. If you're looking for a new home, looking to sell your home, give me a call 219-872-8000. You guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week with another new video. Thanks, bye.